What's going on, NBA fanatics? This is your friendly neighborhood Memphis Grizzly homer, Memphis X, and I talk hoops. Today's video, we are going to talk about Ziaire Williams in the Summer League. But first, every hero needs their theme music.
KeyAno.
Grizz gang, go hard. Baddest in the game, we be on one. I talk hoops, so sit your all up on the court, but we gon' score. Memphis bringing heat straight from Tennessee. Demo respect and let's go.
I just didn't think you had it in you.
I know. Sorry I let you down.
No. I literally didn't think that you had this in you.
So, yeah, when the Grizzlies announced that they were going to have Ziaire Williams on ball this summer, all the Grizzlies fans were giddy as schoolgirls because they were envisioning Ziaire Williams turning into a second version or a 6'10" version of Desmond Bane. But for me, I've never seen Ziaire Williams as some on-ball creator, what I would like to call like the next Paul George type player at his size, 6'9", 6'10" player, able to create off the dribble, do all these things, you know, the prototypical wing that every team in the NBA is basically looking for right now. So I was not as excited as everybody else by this experiment, even though I was all for it because, hey, this is what Summer League is for, to try things out, to see if a player can expand their game, expand their talent level, and expand their ceiling to a place that you didn't know it could reach. Because, you know, we have to think Ziaire Williams is just 20 years old. He's a lot younger than Desmond Bane was at the same time. So I don't really want to put no ceiling. I never like to put a ceiling on a young player because I've seen players such as Pascal Siakam come from a totally devoid skill level and end up, you know, making a lot of themselves as far as a player, as being an on-ball creator. And Pascal Siakam ended up making himself into a number 2 option on a championship level team. So I don't like to put a ceiling on a player, but, you know, there is only so much you can see as far as like with Ziaire Williams. He was never really a comfortable player dribbling the ball. And I'll just say I was skeptical. So what happened in Summer League? Well, Ziaire Williams, he played, I would say, the Salt Lake City Summer League. We'll start there. In Salt Lake, the point guard experiment was pretty rough. He did start next to another guard and was able to, you know, he was basically bringing the ball up and creating out of pick and rolls. I think Coach David McClure said that, you know, Ziaire Williams did 10 pick and rolls all his entire rookie season. And they had him doing up to 40 to 50 pick and rolls in Salt Lake City, where he played 2 games. Now, his stats in Salt Lake City were 17 points per game. He shot 42.9% from the field, 30.8% from three-point line, and 66.7% from the free throw line. He had 5 assists, 3.5 rebounds, 2.5 turnovers, and 2 steals. So, I mean, if this was the Ziaire Williams that we got, these stat lines, it would be a mixed bag. But you have to remember that the thing with the shooting off the dribble or shooting from the point of being a creator off the dribble is something that's kind of new to him, especially at this level of the NBA. So the 30.8% three-point shooting is something that we shouldn't expect as far as when the NBA regular season starts, because he's not going to have the on-ball reps in the same manner that he was getting in the Summer League, especially Salt Lake Summer League. So Ziaire Williams, he looked in Salt Lake very, very uncomfortable. I mean, he could barely get the ball up the court. Any type of pressure caused him to pick up his dribble. He had to constantly turn his back to the defender to get the ball up the court. Needed picks just to get the ball across half court. It was very shaky. Now, he was able to display a good passing eye. He was able to find players cutting and things like that. So it wasn't a total loss. But I will say that after Salt Lake City, especially after the first game, he only played 2 games in Salt Lake City. It really wasn't, something that I was like saying, oh, this thing is going to work. So we go to Vegas. Ziaire Williams gets in Vegas, and at this point in Vegas, they basically have him playing point guard for the Summer League team, which was kind of eye-opening for me because I didn't think he had it in him, and the talent level in Vegas was a lot higher than it was in Salt Lake. But the one thing you did notice in Vegas, especially against the Grizzlies, that he really wasn't getting the full court pressure that he was getting in Salt Lake. So he was able to he was a little bit more comfortable bringing the ball up the court. He was a little bit more comfortable initiating actions. And his shooting percentages responded. He played 23 minutes a game, scored 15 points, but he shot 47.2% from the field, 36.4% from the three-point line, and 70% from the free throw line. He had 5.7 rebounds, 4 assists, but he did have 4.3 turnovers. And I think he had one game where he had 8 or 9 turnovers, so that kind of skewed his turnover range. Only 0.7 steals. And, in Vegas, he looked a lot better on the ball. He looked like he had, as a 20-year-old, Ziaire Williams is the age of a lot of guys that were in this draft, the 2022 draft. So if he was a rookie wing and he had this type of performance in a summer league, I would be excited. I would really be excited for his future. So there's no reason for me not to be excited. I think he has a little bit more upside as an on-ball creator than I gave him credit for. I think his confidence level kind of grew over the whole summer, over the 5 games that he played in summer league. Not only his confidence on the ball, his confidence creating his own shot on the ball increased. And I think when he gets an environment where he has Ja Morant and Tyus Jones, and he's able to play off the ball, and he's got the spacing of Desmond Bane on the court or Dillon Brooks on the court, and he is not the main primary focus of the defense that he's going up against, I think he's going to really thrive. I think in an expanded role, coming off what he did in his rookie season, it's basically a spot-up three-point shooter, a floor spacer. I think he's going to have a very, very, very big season as a sophomore. Now, what does that look like for me? I think he's going to score easily in double figures. I think he's going to be about a 12-point per game scorer. I think his percentages are going to get better. I think he's going to be finishing a lot better inside, besides the dunking and alley-oops that he was getting from Ja Morant. I think his interior finishing is going to increase. I hope to see his touch increase on his floater and his layup package. He was having a little problem with his touch as a rookie, and I hope to see that improve as he gets stronger and stronger. And he should be able to add some more strength, going into the season. We've already seen clips of him working out and things like that. But the primary thing is we want him to do is to be able to get the killer playoff shot. And he is built for the killer playoff shot. And that is basically the Chris Middleton shot, where he is able to catch the ball off actions from a primary scorer, get inside the lane, get inside the paint in the mid-range, use his length and his high release, and be able to knock down two-pointers consistently. This is a shot that will cause havoc for defenses, especially defenses that have to try to contain Ja Morant and try to get out to Desmond Bane on the perimeter. This is going to be something that's going to be hard to deal with for defenses. He has got to be able to stick these jumpers, not only from three-point range, but also from inside the arc, especially like when people are trying to run him off the three-point line and he steps in and gets his jump shot, he's got to be a little bit more consistent with that. So overall, I would say the summer for Ziaire Williams was very, very promising. I think a lot of people are a bit frustrated with the direction of the Grizzlies as far as counting on internal improvement for the most part at this point, it seems like. And I think Ziaire Williams is a big part of that. And if you actually watched him play and the things that he works on, and you envision him in the role that he's going to be playing for the Grizzlies in the regular season or in the real season, not summer league, he's not going to be an on-ball creator like he was in summer league. He's not going to be playing pseudo point guard with the big team. So when you see him in that role and envision him in that role, I think he is going to really increase his value as a player, and I think he's going to step up his role, and I think he is going to be one of the main contributors to offsetting the loss of Kyle Anderson and DeAnthony Melton. Now, we didn't get to see much of his defense. I don't think that was too much of a concentration for him on his defense. His defense was kind of nothing to write home about, so we're not going to even talk about it because I'm not going to worry about defensive intensity and stuff like that in Summer League. Ziaire had a mission this offseason. The team wanted him to work on his on-ball reps. It looked like his handle improved, his confidence with the ball improved, and I think we were going to see good results on that in the regular season. I don't think it's going to be the breakout that a lot of people were anticipating, but I think it's going to be a gradual increase. I expect his breakout season will come in year 3 or year 4 with strength, because I think that is his main concern and not simply skill development. So, guys, tell me what you guys think about Ziaire Williams' play in the Summer League. Do you think it was a positive development? Do you think it was just neutral? Or do you think he needs a lot of work to be a main contributor? Because I think he's going to step his game up to 25 plus minutes per game this year. And I think he's going to earn that time easily. Let me know what you think in the comments. Peace. This is Memphis X with iTalkHoops. While you're here, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell for notifications so you will be alerted to all the new videos I have coming up during this NBA offseason. We have a goal on this channel to get to 1,000 subscribers before the new season starts, and I'm going to need your help to get there. Thank you.